Information on Celebration. Hey everybody, it's Kim Hawk, and I'm known as YouTube's fairy godmother of real estate. We're here in the Near Disney YouTube studio, and every Monday night, either at 6:30 or 7 p.m., depending upon what schedules are looking like, we do a show to share with you what's going on in the town that Disney built. And great big news, and actually we're going to be filming about it tomorrow. World Atlas has named Celebrations Downtown as the #1 downtown in the small cities of Florida. So I think we were #1, and then Sebring was #2, and Mount Dora was #3. And I absolutely adore Mount Dora. So it was a big deal for us. So I thank you. We're actually going on YouTube tonight too, because we got many people saying, hey, we'd like to know more about the people of the town of Celebration and what events are coming up. And so welcome. So if anybody's out there watching from outside of Celebration, feel free, please let us know where you're watching from. Let me know if you have any questions. I think I've got some really good tidbits in order to help you also deal with the heat, because you know we're in the summer and it gets hot. It gets hot here. But anyway, what we do is we will introduce somebody fabulous from the town of Celebration every week, and we've got a spectacular one, somebody that's been invited as a Pat Schroeder Award winner. If you weren't aware, Pat Schroeder lived in the town of Celebration. She was very near and dear to my heart, as many people in Celebration. As many of you may know her, Congresswoman from Colorado, and did a lot of incredible things for people. And she passed away a couple of months ago. So we're doing something to honor her legacy this upcoming year. So without further ado, I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to start with that. Then we'll come back and talk about some of the events coming up for the week of Celebration, this cool town that just got awarded the #1 downtown of Florida for the small towns. And then at the very end, what I do is I will do a recap on the last 7 days of what's going on in the real estate market here, because a lot of you know one of your biggest assets that you're going to have and one of your biggest amounts of money you're going to spend will be on real estate. And that's what I do for a living. I'm a realtor. I have a dream team. And we're excited because we live here. I'm one of the founding residents with my family, and Celebration, bar none, is an amazing place to live. And I want to thank Dee Bellavati, my YouTube producer, who put this together on Izzy. And without further ado, please meet one of Celebration's superstars, a young lady that just graduated from high school. Here we go. Hey everybody, it's Kim Hawk, and I'm known as YouTube's fairy godmother of real estate. But you know what we're doing? We're doing a year-long program recognizing some special people in the community of Celebration, Florida, the town that Disney built. Because Pat Schroeder, who we all love, our Congresswoman Pat Schroeder from Colorado, she passed away a couple of months ago, and we know she said, look for the people that are making this world a better place, that are kind, that are amazing. And so we asked for nominations from parents, teachers, neighbors. And so I'm happy to report that we have got Ingrid here with us, the mother of Izzy. And so Ingrid, would you do me a favor and just say hello to everybody and tell us a little bit about yourself?
Yeah, sure. Hi, everyone. So nice to be here. And I'm so proud to nominate my daughter for this award. I think it's really important. So I moved, my children and I moved to Celebration 13 years ago. I guess in August it'll be 13 years. We're originally New Yorkers, and really happy to be part of this wonderful community. I work in leadership development, so I have my own leadership development consulting business. And so this is something that's really near and dear to me, kindness and respect, and people behaving in a way that they're supporting other people in their community. So I love this. I love that you're doing this and honoring Pat in this way.
Oh, I love that. Well, I have a video that I'm going to show on today's show a little bit later too, where there's this young man, and he's just graduating from kindergarten, and he's up speaking about just about school and about how all these excellent opportunities are coming about, and you realize there was a parent that was speaking over this child, positive things, encouraging them, telling them you can do anything that you set your mind to. And here we have it, your excellent daughter. I'm going to call her Izzy, if it's okay, because I understand a lot of friends will say, "Hey, Izzy, do you by chance know Claire?" She was one of our winners as well. So she's actually going into her senior year. You're actually just graduating, and tell us the great news. Where are you headed to?
I'm off to the University of Central Florida. I got accepted, and I'm so excited. I'll be starting in a week for my summer classes.
So tell us a little bit too about some of the things you like to do in your spare time.
In my spare time, my family travels a lot, but we also, when I'm in Florida and I'm in town, I like to volunteer with the Celebration Foundation, or where I work as well, Windsor at Celebration, because it's always nice working there. It's an elderly facility, and I have a lot of I always call them my adoptive grandparents because they're always so sweet to me, but I also do martial arts in my spare time.
Oh, so it sounds to me like if we need some protection, we should be inviting you out with us.
Oh, maybe. I'll be testing for my third-degree black belt this November. I'm super excited.
Third degree. So how long does it take to get a black belt, third-degree black belt?
It takes quite a while. I've been training for 9 years, and I'm currently a second degree. It took me, I'm going to say, roughly 7 years to get to black belt. But after testing, you have to wait an additional 2 years to get your second degree, then an additional 3 years to get your third degree. And then once I get my third degree, I'll be waiting an additional 4 years to get my fourth degree, which is also considered master. So it is very time consuming, but there's a lot of respect. There's just a lot of community involved with it. It's just a wonderful sport.
Well, I can definitely see why you would be our winner, because that is definitely one of the things that we look for. We look for people that in particular are, exceeding at what they want to do, but also being very kind. And so I read something that your mother wrote, which actually I'm going to ask your mom to go ahead and read your nomination now, if you don't mind, because there's something in here that I want to point out.
Okay. All right. So, I would like to nominate my daughter, Isabella DeTorress. She is 18 years old. She just graduated from Celebration High School and is going to be attending UCF to study criminal justice. I wholeheartedly believe that my daughter is making the world a better place through her kindness, inclusiveness, and genuine interest in helping others every day. She goes out of her way to make life better and easier for others. It's not a one-time event or project. It's how she lives her life, and I believe we need a whole lot more of that in the world. I'm hoping the more we recognize this kind of behavior, the more contagious it will become. Isabella is a combination of love, kindness, fierceness, fun, grit, respect, and dedication. She's about to test for her third-degree black belt in martial arts and plans to become a master. When she was in middle school, a parent told me she was a superhero because of how she always stood up for other kids, especially the underdogs, and those people who people were not kind to. She's been a regular volunteer with the Celebration Foundation for many years and works at Windsor of Celebration.
Izzy, what do you think about that?
When my mom first read it to me, I just gave her a giant hug. I thought it was the sweetest message anyone could ever say of me. So I'm forever thankful for you, Mom. Thank you.
Oh, you're welcome, honey. Very proud of you.
And that comment about being a superhero, it's wonderful. Yeah, I'm a mom as well, and my daughter went to Celebration School. She's over 30 years old now, but she, it's nice knowing as other parents that there are people like you, Izzy, that if they see somebody that's an underdog that needs somebody to support them, here comes a superhero to help them out. And so I want to thank you for that as well, because you always wonder, if there's a child that comes into the school and they're shy and they're awkward and they just don't know how to connect, is there somebody out there that's going to watch out for them? And that's what I'm hearing, is that you are a superhero and you do that. That's a big deal.
Yes. As someone like that, I guess, grew up when I first moved to Florida, I always got I had a lot of friends that would come up to me, introduce themselves, were welcoming to me. And as growing up, my mom and my dad would always say, do to others what you would want done to you. And I always thought that way. Whenever I saw someone new come to the school, I always wanted to be maybe not the first one to approach them, but one of the first people that they would meet so that they would feel welcomed themselves, because it's a cruel world out there. And to make things a little brighter, it would always just make someone's day.
Yes, yes. And then now what I'm hearing as well, what do you want to study when you go to UCF?
Criminal justice.
Criminal justice. Okay, so tell me, if there's a TV show out there and there's an actress that's playing a part, who do you envision you being? What TV show?
I would absolutely say Law and Order, SVU. I would say Olivia Benson, 10 times.
Oh, that's a perfect pick. So we're going to have our own Olivia Benson coming out of Celebration. That is pretty extraordinary.
Yes.
Yeah. So tell me a little bit more about your family. It seems like you're very close. It's very sweet that you had immediately had said something about your parents. So talk to me a little bit about that dynamic.
So my parents are divorced now, but they have a really good co-parenting situation. For my 18th birthday, we all got together for a great dinner. So even though they are separated, we're all so very close. I'm close with my dad and my mom, especially. My brother and I, of course, we fight, but we're also close as siblings. It's nice to know that it's a tight family.
So what's your brother's name? What age is he?
His name's Luca, and he's 15. He's actually going into his sophomore year at Celebration High School.
I wonder if those are going to be hard shoes to fill after you've done so well in the high school. Now he's got to go through that system. So what is he into criminal justice stuff or any of that, or is he going in a different field?
I'm not sure he knows, but I think he plays competitive soccer at the moment, and he's very good at it. So I think he might be going down that road. I also talked to him once. I'm not sure if he's considering this, but he is a good cook, much better than I am. So he might go into culinary one day. I'm not sure, but I think he's still leaving his options open.
Well, that's fantastic. So, when you mentioned volunteering for the Celebration Foundation, they are one of my partners in this program. So the Celebration Foundation and the Downtown Diner Celebration, I don't know if you know, but Adrian Perez, who's one of the owners of the diner, he won some awards similar to this with the Disney Award when he was younger, and he wants to pay back now. So Pat Schroeder, who would travel around the world, and she did many things, especially for women in particular. She did things like, believe it or not, way back when, women weren't allowed to get credit in order to buy a house, which just blows my mind because I work with a lot of women in real estate and stuff. Or if they wanted to buy a car, the husband might have to co-sign with them and all that stuff. And then she did a family leave act too, when somebody has a baby and they want to have some time to make sure that that baby is brought into the world well. She fought for that, so many things. And so I think she would be extremely proud knowing that here's another strong female coming up in this world who wants to have justice, the criminal justice, and make sure that people are treated fairly. And there's a kindness that comes out of that. But what we find is that the people that are nominated, we see a lot of those traits from their parents. So that's why I was asking about your mom. Yeah.
Absolutely.
So we're going to have a sign that's put in your front lawn. And Pat, she traveled everywhere and had all these big meetings. She always made time for ice cream. So one of the things that we do, we're going to ask you and your mom, we'll set it up with Adrian to go down and pick a milkshake of your choice. And he will also ask you if you want to be on one of their videos on YouTube. So see, now it's going to be criminal justice, but maybe a YouTube star as you go on too, because he's going to ask if you want to be in one of his videos for the diner as well.
That's really exciting. I'm look forward to it, honestly, just meeting him in general. I haven't met him before, but if he's one of the awards and is following in Miss Pat's footsteps and trying to help the community, I'd love to meet him.
You're awesome. Is there anything that you want to say to the younger kids that are coming up through the school system in regard to how to really make this world a better place?
For younger kids that are still coming up, I guess I would probably say that although it is important to get your volunteer hours in, choose what you volunteer wisely. Choose something that you know is going to make a difference, you know could help somebody's day, or even if it's just not volunteering. If you want to go see your friend at school, volunteer with a teacher, have lunch with someone who's sitting alone. Just any little act of kindness will not only brighten their day, but it could also brighten your own. So, that would be my advice for the younger kids coming up.
And Ingrid, especially since I have an expert in the field with leadership, is there anything more that you would like to add to this message?
Well, I was saying to Isabella that I think Pat Schroeder was sort of our little hometown RBG in some ways, right? Shattering ceilings and this really amazing combination of tough and kind, right? Which I love. So I think the message that I send and that I try to send in my business is just to really focus on behavior and how we're treating people. I think as a society, we do a great job in recognizing academic achievements, musical achievements, athletic achievements, and that's great. Not to take away from any of that, but I love this award so much because I think it's important that we recognize behavior and kindness, and I don't think we do enough of that. And as I wrote in my message to you, my hope is that it starts to become a little bit contagious. So I am so happy to hear some of the things that Isabella said, because I really have always tried to teach my kids to be kind, and especially to those who, others are not kind to, and to be the first ones to welcome someone new to a school and to not let someone sit alone, right? It's just those little things. I don't think it has to be a big project or event, but rather just how you live your life on a daily basis. And I learned that at a very young age from my parents and my family. So hoping to just pay it forward.
I love it. And, that's what it's about. It's about love. It's about, and this town celebration, we just won best downtown for the small towns in the state of Florida. Yeah. And so they will probably be now asking, okay, who are the leaders in this town? And so now we're going to be able to say Izzy, and she's going to UCF. And so it's a real joy for me to be able to spend time with both of you. And I can't wait for everybody to see this on YouTube.
Yeah, likewise. Thank you so much, Kim, for having us. Congratulations, honey. I'm really proud of you.
Thank you, Mom. And thank you, Ms. Kim, so much for this opportunity.
You're welcome. Have a great day.
Have a nice day.
Bye-bye.
Make sure that you subscribe and like so that we can continue to give you up-to-date information on all things that are going around the 25-mile radius of Cinderella's castle, because this is truly a magical place to live.
It really is a magical place to live, and I can definitely, it's a testimony that we are getting so many wonderful young people and their parents. So a special thank you to Izzy and Ingrid. That you want to know that, right? When you move to a town, don't you want to know if your child's shy and they're coming into school for the first time, that there's going to be like an Izzy that's out there that's going to say, wait a minute, somebody's sitting by themselves. And, that's just not right. So we want to welcome them. And that's really what Celebration's been about, because if you think about it, we've been around since the first people moved in at the end of 1996. And what happened is everybody moved from someplace else. So it's not like a town that's been around for over 100 years and everybody knows one another. Everybody's moved from someplace else. So why not come to a cool town that Disney built and be able to enjoy all these wonderful neighbors, plus all the wonderful downtown. So thank you again to you guys. If anybody's interested in nominating their child, or they've seen a young person between the ages of 3 and 18, you can text your nomination to me at Kim Hawk, 1-800-KIM-HAWK. Go ahead and text your nomination, put the name of the nominee, yourself as well, and I need both of your emails so that I can be in touch with you. And I get together with the voting group. I want to thank Odie Perez and also Linda, because they help with the voting. But we definitely, it was a wonderful nomination that we just shared for this past week. All right, so what's coming up for this week in the town of Celebration? Do you know that we have bingo? bingo. I didn't know we had bingo, but I just read, let me see, here we go. The Knights of Columbus do bingo the third Wednesday of every month, the third Wednesday. Where have I been? And so it starts at 6 p.m. and it's at Town Hall. And most of you will know Town Hall is 851 Celebration Avenue, but we have bingo. How cool is that? And then there is something that everybody loves coming up as well. So this upcoming Sunday, we are having the Celebration Art Walk. And if you haven't met Dana and her crew that do also, we have, you know, typically on Sundays, we have a farmer's market during that time too. It's in downtown Celebration. The Celebration Art Walk is going to be available too from 9 a.m. to 1 p.m. this Sunday. And there's some really great artists. You can get a glass of wine from the Wine Emporium. You can have a nice bite to eat at so many of our wonderful restaurants that we have. And so that's this upcoming Sunday, Celebration Art Walk. What else is coming up? Oh, there's the big 4th of July. I know I've got to talk about that's coming up, but I wanted to give a shout out. Look at this cool t-shirt. It was designed, I believe, by, yes, Jennifer Reese. She designed a 4th of July t-shirt that you can purchase at Town Hall, and I think they have different cuts on that. They have a ladies tank, a t-shirt, 4th of July. And so as many of you know, it gets pretty hot here on the 4th of July. It gets very hot. And but one of the places that you don't want to miss is you do not want to miss being in downtown Celebration. And for those that don't live in Celebration, they are doing a car park up by the Malia Hotel. So when you drive into Celebration from 192, you'll see the Malia Hotel, and there's a parking lot there. And they are going to have bus service. It's a park and ride, and it goes from 4 p.m. to 10:30 p.m. on the 4th of July. Remember, that's a Tuesday. That is a Tuesday. For everybody else, Celebration residents, as long as you have your ID, you can go over by Lakeside Park, bring your chair, bring a blanket, bring a picnic basket if you like, because there's going to be so many of us. Guys, believe me, it's probably going to be 5,000 people down there, but it's extraordinary. There's a reason why there's so many people down there. The fireworks that appear over top of the lake in downtown Celebration, it's choreographed with some cool music, very Disney-esque music. It's amazing. And the fireworks start at 9:20. But before that, there's some cool things for the local residents where there's a DJ, all kinds of fun stuff. And I do know, I believe that a lot of the restaurants are going to be providing concessions for sale. I know I even heard of a Dole Whip that might be for sale, which is kind of fun. And I think food vendors are going to start at 4 p.m. So bring some cash. Or your, I think a lot of them take credit cards, but know that you want to bring your chair or a blanket, picnic basket, some monies for concessions, and realize that the 4th of July, let me just put this up here for you guys. You can see the 4th of July parade, the parade. Now, the parade is different from the nighttime event, but it's so, so wonderful. And that starts at 9 a.m. That's going to start at Town Hall. And it starts at Town Hall and it ends at Lakeside Park. That's at 9 a.m. And I believe there still might be a little bit of time if you wanted to register to be in the parade. I think the last day to register would be June 25th. So yes, you still have some time. It's very fun. And but otherwise, if you're going to the event that night, 5 p.m., the DJ is going to be playing, but at 9:20 is when the fireworks start. Now, here's some other helpful bits of information. They are going to start closing down the sidewalks behind Lake Reinhard, which is, you know, our main lake in downtown Celebration, on July 3rd until after the 4th of July. Now, that makes sense because they're putting the fireworks up at that point, and they don't want it to be dangerous when people are walking past live fireworks or anything exploding. And so, and it takes them a long time in order to put fireworks up, because for those of you that have seen the show, you know it's pretty extraordinary. It's very long. Has anybody that's watching the show now, have you, what are some of your favorite memories of the fireworks. I can tell you many, many of them. I did promise to help you with, when it's super hot, you can go on Amazon if you want. And these little fans, you put them around your neck. I swear by them. They've got them in different colors, and you push a little button, and it says it lowers your temperature even upwards of 20 degrees. It's kind of important because it gets hot out there. I'm trying to see if I've got the name of this one. It's called Jess. It starts with the J-I-S-U Life. J-I-S-U Life. I want to say it was $35 or something, but when it's hot and you can, believe me, it's incredible. And they even have cute designs for kids. The other thing that I recommend for all of my women friends out there, the humidity. If you're thinking about moving to Celebration or any place in Florida, humidity can get the best of your hair. And I think this product, it's called Wow. They have Dream Coat. They have all kinds of stuff. You spray this in your hair and it's going to be a big lifesaver. My hair specialist, Christina Neal at CG Salon in Champions Gate, told me about it. And it's been a huge help because otherwise my hair would be so crazy, so crazy. So anyway, I hope that helps you guys. And I think we've covered most no, let me take that back. One thing that's so important, I know a lot of you have small children that might be needing some summer camps, and Town Hall does have some things that have been organized. I'm just looking for my notes here real quick. It looks like the next event, you know, they do them week to week. The next event, I think the end of that week, they're going to, yeah, I think they're going to be going to, yes, here we go. Summer camp registration. It's held at Lakeside Park in the Jones Room. That is a room right in Main Village, that Lakeside Park area. You need to register for week 4, which is June 26th, next week. That's June 26th to the 30th. The field trip is going to be at Urban Air Adventure. Then week 5, July 3rd through the 7th, the visits at Central Florida Zoo. The last day to register, I think you still have time because it goes on for 8 weeks. But that is an incredible thing that's offered. I know that when our daughter was younger, we would send her to these and she loved them. It's for the ages of 6 to 12 years old. And registration is open. Of course, week 1's already passed, but there's a lot more good stuff coming up. Okay, any questions so far? No questions yet? I do. Okay, there is a question. So real estate, I do make an effort every week to show everybody what's going on in the last 7 days in the town of Celebration. This will also help people that are looking to Celebration kind of know what the price points are, because a lot of times it's like, I don't know what the price points are. So as of right now, there's 52 active properties. That's very low for the town of Celebration. Normal times, there would be like 425. So to only have 52, super low. But presently, right now, the lowest price point is $289,000, and that's for a 1-bedroom, 1-bath Sienna condo. 1-bedroom, 1-bath Sienna condo. And I would share with you, it's very important to get a hold of a realtor that's familiar with the area, because a lot of people don't know. I love Sienna, but one thing you want to be sure that you've been told is that any new buyers right now are paying 1% to their association when you move in, because they are collecting money in their coffers again. They've been doing landscaping and stuff. So for example, on this house, this 1-bedroom, 1-bath, you're going to have your closing costs plus another $2,890, 1%. So if you buy something that's $500,000, that could be a $5,000 hit. But it's something that's improving the community. But that's only in Sienna right now. Different sections Celebration may have different fees. And so if you call me at 1-800-KIM-HAWK and ask me questions, I can give you real specifics in regard to if there's any additional fees in the area that you're looking for. And don't forget my Realtor Dream Team. I love them dearly. On Wednesday nights, every Wednesday night on the Near Disney YouTube channel, they have a show at 7 p.m. and they talk about how to buy and sell a home in 2023. Things change very quickly, right? They change very, very quickly. And so you want to come and check out, you know, Elijah, Virginia, Elizabeth, Sue. I actually have moniker names for them. So I call them the Prince, the Cinderella, Elsa, and Aurora. But on Wednesday nights, you can see them there. So let's get into what's going on with the market and Celebration. I'm going to pull this up for you because I'd like you to see it in black and white. I'm going to share my screen. Here we go. So in the last 7 days, this is a lot of activity. When you consider there's only 52 total properties, that 19 were impacted in the last 7 days. 19, that's a lot. That's a lot. So what I'm seeing, and you can see on the screen as well, is that quite a few more people decided to put their properties on the market this past 7 days than we've seen in months. We see 8 new properties that have come on the market. So if you've been looking in Celebration, you say, you know, I haven't found anything, now's the time to call us, because 8 new properties have come up. 3, 6, 8. Yes, actually, yes. That's more than I've seen in quite a while. And then I'm seeing 5 pending properties. 5. Here we go. And then the solds is what we want to look at as well. So there are 6 solds, and the highest price property that sold, I like to show you that as well. Let me see. It would be this one. It was 1608 Resolute, and it sold for $800,000. It's a 3-story property back in Spring Lake section of Celebration. It had 2,254 square feet. And so if you're a price per square foot person, that is $354.92. It was on the market for 7 days. It was a 3-bedroom, 3.5 bath. And once again, it sold for $800,000. We are the official realtors for the Disney Federal Partners Federal Credit Union. And so if we can ever help you get an idea of what a monthly cost would be on your mortgage, feel free to call us again on that. We also have strategies on how to get your interest rates down. We know that the interest rates have been coming down a little bit lately, which is fantastic. And some of you are saying you still need to come down a little bit more. It's better now to talk to us so that we can talk to sellers and ask them to pay towards your prepaids so that we can get your interest rate paid down, versus waiting until the interest rate comes down a little bit more. Because once that happens, you guys, guess what? Everybody, and I'm talking thousands of people, are still on the sidelines just waiting until that interest rate drops. And so if you wait while they wait, what's going to happen is we're going to get back into bidding wars again. The inventory is not high enough for us to be playing around. You just want to be able to talk to us now. We can even, like if you're thinking about selling a house, call us and we can talk you through, hey, you don't have to sell it until we've helped you find something that you want to buy. We can even promote it on MLS by saying, hey, we'll sell it, but we got to find something that our sellers want to buy. So you have a lot of control in this situation. You just have to have a realtor that's going to be strong with you and help you with that. All right. So I hope everybody had a fabulous Father's Day this past weekend. I look forward to possibly seeing a bunch of people this upcoming weekend at the Art Walk. And like we said, if there's any videos, any information that you would like us to send to you, get out on this YouTube channel, this Facebook page, please don't hesitate to call me and let me know. We're actually going to be filming tomorrow based on a request of somebody just recently as well. All right. I know that's a lot of information, but I like to try to keep it to half an hour or so. And I think I've already hit that mark. All right. Thanks again for watching. Once again, it's Kim Hawk. And please go to our Near Disney YouTube channel, subscribe and like if you haven't already. We've got incredible videos on what's going on in Celebration, but also Winter Garden, Lake Nona, anything within that 25-mile radius around Cinderella's castle. We've got it available for you. You're going to learn a lot of stuff. I know we learned a lot of stuff when we were putting the videos together. All right. God bless. Thank you guys very much.